Hello and welcome. Today what we're going to do is talk about my triple profit content marketing strategy. Yes, that's a lot to say, but it's something that's going to help you triple the amount of traffic and potentially money you make with your websites or blogs. Now, what I'm going to show you today is something that you can do on WordPress. I've been doing this on WordPress for many years, and it works really, really well. So if you like this kind of stuff, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell because we're going to dive right in and show you how this works. Now, what I did before this training is I went ahead and pulled up a keyword report for puppy training and new puppy type stuff, right? So if someone gets a new puppy, what is it they're looking to do? Now, what we need to understand is how we're going to make money with this market. So we want to go out there first and foremost as we're setting up our sites, and we want to look at this and we want to say to ourselves, well, what is it that I can offer these people? I can offer them different pet products like puppy toys, puppy crates, puppy training ebooks and courses, things like that. I can also offer them pet insurance by saying, hey, we got a new puppy. If anything goes wrong down the road, are you ready to spend $10,000 for surgery? Yeah, maybe not. Check out this pet insurance and I can get paid a handsome little fee for that, sometimes as much as $40 to $70 just for the initial sign up, which is only like $20 a year or something like that. Really, really cool. So we look at this and we're like, okay, I can make money with this market. I can get lots of affiliate offers. I can do lots of things to help people with their puppies and make money with it. Very good. Now, what we need to do is we need to take a look at our traffic strategy and our content strategy. Because if you don't have a content strategy, then you're kind of dead in the water. So what we need to do is we need to have a strategy for reaching these people and getting them into the things that we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this little keyword report here, and we're going to take a look at what we want our homepage and the pages of our blog to look like. Okay, so we're going to have this here. We're going to have pages, we're going to have posts. So our page is going to look like this, and hopefully you guys see the whole thing there. Okay, these are going to be our pages. Now, what we're going to do with the pages on our blog is these are going to be primarily for sales pages, lead capture pages, privacy policy, disclaimers, all that stuff. Okay, now the cool thing about using WordPress for this is you can have as many pages as you want, and you can hide them from other people. So like they're not going to see it unless you link to it. So very important there. And this is something you want to look at because when you're doing blogging, you're going to have a different structure for your pages and for your posts if you do your stuff the way that I teach you, which is a good way to do it because I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been blogging for over 10 years, made a lot of money with this stuff, and I've really nailed in and got this into a system that works over and over and over again if you do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have our pages here, and our pages are primarily going to be like the opt-ins and stuff like that. So we might have something here that says, download my new puppy checklist, right? We see that new puppy checklist up here, gets 2,400 searches a month. So that's going to be something good for these people that are looking at puppy stuff, right? So we'll do new puppy checklist, okay? And we'll have something here. Maybe we'll have like a picture of the checklist or whatever it is, right? Let's say the picture of it looks like this. I don't know. We got like a little picture of our puppy checklist or something like that. Let's get something a little bit better, right? Let's say we have a little picture of our puppy checklist and it looks like this. Okay, got a little like a little icon or something, and here we go. Here's our puppy checklist. Looks like this, right? And we have like a little picture of it, and we could say little teasers like, hey, you know what? On this new puppy checklist on page 27, we're going to teach you how to do whatever it is they're looking up, right? If your puppy's peeing in the house, we're going to show you how to take care of that. If your puppy's barking or crying all night, we're going to show you how to take care of that. We're also going to show you some of the things you need and some of the things that we recommend with your new puppy. And then we'll have something here that's like put your name and then put your email in the box, okay? Now, we're going to get into the good stuff in just a minute. I know this is kind of basic, but I want to show you this because this is how our content strategy is going to work. Okay, so we have that, and then we'll have like a little button that says, download your puppy guide here. So we'd have like a button. There's our button, okay? And it'll say download puppy checklist, okay? So we're going to have our little opt-in page. Now, you can have as many of these as you want. Maybe you'll find out, hey, people want the checklist and they also want to learn how to stop their puppy from barking. So we can make another page, and that one would be the same kind of deal, just about barking, right? So it'd be like, okay, here's our barking one. Boom, very easy to do. Now, stop puppy barking. Boom, very easy to do. We're going to have the same kind of stuff. Maybe have a little picture of a barking dog or talk to them about the tips to stop their dog from barking or something like that. Okay, and we're going to have these different little pages that are going to be our opt-in pages to capture our leads. Okay, very easy, very simple, basic. Okay, so we're going to have this stuff there. Now, I want you to take a look at this because we're going to have several of these pages, and these pages are going to get people into our opt-in form. Now, when we have these pages, what we're going to do is we're going to send them from this here guide teaser page, and then we're going to send them to like a little thank you post. Okay, and let's see if you guys can see that on the screen. I might need to shrink these down. All right, let's shrink this down now that you see how it looks. Boop, there we go. New puppy checklist. Shrink this down a little bit. I think that'll do it. All right, we're doing okay there. We'll just do checklist. We'll put checklist there so you guys get what's going on, right? So we have our little pages here, and we have our opt-in stuff and everything like that. Now, once the person comes here and puts their name and email in the box, what we're going to do is we're going to send them to a thank you post, okay? Using WordPress, we're going to have a little post that we send them to, okay? And we're going to move this over so we have some more room. Here's our little keywords here. I'm going to put these off screen, and I'll mention them so you guys see how this goes along. Okay, now, if you guys want a copy of what I'm building here, check out downloadmynotes.com. You can get a copy of the printout version of what I'm showing you. It's all done and everything like that. We just got to upload it there over at downloadmynotes.com. Okay, so we have our puppy checklist page. We have our other pages that are going to get people to opt in, maybe get people to buy stuff, like a pre-sales page, different thing like that. Now, once they come in here, they're going to put their name and email in, and they're going to go to our thank you post, okay? So our thank you post is going to be something like, thank you for subscribing. I'm going to send you some emails about how to take care of your puppy, along with some other tips and special offers. Very simple, okay? Next, what we're going to do here, we have this set up. Now, on your thank you post, okay, the thank you post is going to be a post right like this. What we want to do is we want to thank them for joining, give them some content, and then also sell them some offers. Maybe take your best offer if it's pet insurance. You say, hey guys, thanks for signing up. By the way, if you have a new puppy, here's why I recommend pet insurance. Here's where you should get it. Very simple, okay? So that way you can make money right after people are joining your list. And again, remember, you're gonna have lots of these pages, probably like 5, maybe 8 pages, based on the different keywords people are looking up and the different traffic that's coming to your site. The key to making this work is looking at the traffic as it comes to your site, funneling them to the different pages and posts and the different offers that you want to get them into. And obviously, if I find out, hey, I'm getting a lot of traffic from, how to take care of a puppy the first night, maybe I want to set up a page about, what to do the first night you have a puppy. Boom, here we go, right? And then we'd send them to the same thank you post and everything like that. Everything's gravy at this point. We can run traffic to it. We could start making some money with it. Now, what's going to happen is once these people put their name and email in, they're going to go to a database, okay? You can go to a database. Now, I like to use an autoresponder like Aweber or something like that, which I'll have links for you over at downloadmynotes.com, links to how to make all this stuff work along with some free tools and a guide on how to set all this up in WordPress. Okay, so they're going to go into our database. Now, when they go into our database, let's find something that looks like a database here. All right, so this is our email database. What's going to happen is you're going to have this email database, and you can actually send them emails, which is good. Now, you might be saying, well, Marcus, what am I going to send them emails on? I don't know. I mean, what are we going to do here? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to look at your keyword list here, and you're going to look at this and say, okay, well, what are people searching for? Well, we got new puppy checklist, crate training a puppy. Now, when you look at this keyword list, let's put it on top here, object, bring to front. There we go. When you have this list here, we want to take a look at this because we want to look at our content strategy based on the competition that's out there. So if you want to get free traffic from Google, YouTube, Yahoo, MSN, Bing, all these other places, what you need to do is you need to focus on what people are searching for. So we have like how to crate train a puppy. Okay, not that competitive, a little competitive. We have puppy peeing in crate. Not competitive at all. We got puppy crying in crate at night, not competitive. Puppy's first night home. Now, we have the non-competitive numbers, and then we have the number here which is actually showing how many times this is searched for each month. Now, this is where it gets really good when you do your content strategy and you focus on the keywords, because what we want to do right here is called the first dip. Okay, so the first dip is getting them to opt in, getting them to buy the thing. The second dip is getting the email database, getting them in there. Okay, now what we're going to do on the second dip is we're actually going to create posts about these keyword topics, right? So I'd go in and I'd be like, okay, well, we got crate training, boom, right, like that. Okay, we have our post and we're like, get our content. Here's how to crate train your puppy. Here's what you need to know. Here's 15 different crates you can get. Here's a guide on how to do it. Here's my pet insurance thing, all that stuff, right? So we get this dialed in, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this to rank on Google because the keywords are not competitive. Okay, we always want to go for non-competitive ones. Now, when you have this second dip, what we're going to do is twofold. One, I already created this content for the search engines. Okay, pretty cool, pretty good. What I want to do is I also want to take that content and take my email database, and I want to send an email to my list and say, hey guys, I just got this article on my site or my blog, and it's all about how to crate train your puppy. Check it out. So these people come in, they're interested in the puppy checklist. They go in there and they're like, boom, here we go. We look at this and we say, okay, now come check out the crate training one. Then we're going to make another piece of content. Maybe you could do one a day or two a week or one a week or whatever it is you want. If you could do more than one a week, I think you'll get a lot better results. So we have crate training. Then we take a look at our keyword list and we're like, okay, maybe we'll do, let's say puppy's first night home or dog guide schools, or let's see, we could do puppy checklist. We could go for that one as well. Okay. And then we can send an email to that. Checklist 2. And then we're going to take this, we're going to send an email to that. And what this is going to do is it's now going to repurpose that content. Instead of just having it on your blog, now you can send it to your email list and get extra traffic, get extra sales, and get people used to the fact that, hey guys, my emails have really good stuff if you're interested in taking care of your puppy. And maybe you could load it up with 20 or 30 automated messages with 20 or 30 posts or something like that, okay? We're going to do the same thing with other keywords. And we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going. And no matter what market you're in, you want to get creative with it, do the keyword research, find the stuff that's not competitive, and really go for it, right? So now we could do like potty training a puppy, right? Potty train pup, okay? And then we have that, and we're like, hey, you know what? Here's email number 3. Boom, potty train your pup, stuff like that. Now, this is the second dip, okay? So first, we have our opt-ins. Now, what we want to do in our second dip is we want to get people to opt in as well. Okay, so we want to have something on there that says, you know, get my puppy checklist guide. So we can make like a little banner, okay? And we'll make like a little banner, right, like this that says, download my puppy, my new puppy checklist guide, okay? And then what that's going to do is the people who do not have your guide, they're going to click to get the guide, okay? So we're going to have this on all of our posts. So this way, what's going to happen is we're going to take them and drive them to whatever page we made that fits, okay? So if it's about the checklist guide, we can make it fit. Now, if we find out the puppy training people are not clicking on it, then maybe make a guide on like how to potty train your puppy or something like that. Okay, then make another page. Boom, there we go. So here we have this. We're taking it to the next level. We're like, okay, we got our opt-in, which is the basics of our marketing funnel. Very easy. We got our pages. We got our post, which is our thank you post saying thank you for opting in. And it's going to be like a big cycle. Okay, so we're going to take them there. We're going to have lots of these different posts. Okay, you're going to have posts on all kinds of keywords that people are looking up in your market, and you're even going to get creative. Maybe you'll do like, you know, golden retriever puppy, or maybe you'll do like chihuahua puppy or whatever it is, right? And you can get creative with this and you can start to get traffic. And what's going to happen is you're going to build up over time. Your site's going to get more traffic. Your people are going to get used to the emails from you. They're going to like the content you have. So that's dip number 2. Okay, so first we have the basic site. We can run some traffic to it. We're ready to go. Second, we're going to create this content for the search engine so we can get ranked. That's our second dip. Okay, we're going to send the emails to those. Okay, so that's part of the second level there. Now, when we get into the third level, what we can actually do is we could start to get new traffic by taking our content and turning it into a video format. Now, this sounds difficult, but it's actually extremely easy. All you do is you take the content, you get someone to read it, or you read it yourself. You put some slides or some images or some video over top of it. Make sure you have the rights to it. There's lots of places to get the rights to it. I've done this with many videos with my clipart account. I get a clipart account and I get royalty-free images from clipart. I put them into my program and I explain exactly what's going on with, whatever topic I'm talking about. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the triple dip, because now we're going to take it and we're going to use our YouTube videos, which you don't even have to appear in, and we are going to get these YouTube videos to rank for the terms as well, right? And some of these will do really well. They'll get lots of traffic, and then we're going to take them and we're going to take the people from our videos, and at the end of every video, we're going to say, hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, click the bell. And oh yeah, by the way, if you want to get my new puppy checklist, since you're watching a video about puppies, go on over to my website, newpuppychecklistguide.com, or whatever it is you got. Again, that's going to start the cycle. It's going to get them into the thank you. It's going to get them into the emails. They're going to see all the content. You can even put your videos on the post for an extra added zinger, right? And what you're doing is you're just using the same exact content. Now, when I looked at doing this, because a lot of times I'll make my videos myself, but I actually looked it up for you guys. What would it cost to make a video? Well, if the average article on a website to get ranked nicely, most studies have said it's between 1,800 and 2,500 words. Okay, I did a roundabout number and I said, how much would it cost for a person to read 2,000 words? And I actually got, let me see if I can find them here. Actually got this here. I found the first guy was like $300. Okay, he was a little pricey, but that's decent. Okay, it's still, for a video, that's not too bad. I found another guy who would do it for $135. Okay, so $135 here was not that bad. And again, these are on Fiverr, and you can see I put 2,000 words in there. So there's one for $135. Then I found another guy who's willing to read your articles. And this one is a shocker. I actually found a guy on Fiverr. He's got a good voice. I actually watched his stuff. He would read a 2,000 word article for you for $25, right? And he's actually got a pretty decent voice. It's not like some crappy auto-generated, right? So for $25, I can turn each of these pieces of content into a video. All right, now the cool thing about this is you want to do this as you're making money. So I would say maybe if you don't have money to start with, maybe start with the content first, get it ranked, start with this stuff, and then you can go out and start making videos on all your content. And what's going to happen is you're going to do compound growth. Over time, you're going to build this up. And if you say, well, you know what, Marcus, I'm willing to do 3 pieces of content a week. Okay, it might take you 3 to 5 hours a week, depending on how slow you are, okay? So 3 to 5 hours a week, that's what I spend. If I get 3 pieces of content every week, at the end of the year, I got 150 pieces of content. If I start making these into videos, I can make even more, and then my channel's gonna grow, and then we're gonna send them back to the opt-in. They're gonna go through the whole thing, and boom, now I have a triple dip marketing funnel that I can get out there, start getting traffic for free. I could even go out there and pay for traffic to get the puppy checklist if I want to. But if I don't want to pay for traffic, I could go out there using my keywords and start to make this content. And what you want to do is you want to multi-purpose your content. You want to use your content in multiple modalities, and you want to use it many different ways. If you have that content already, you might as well use that as something to send to your newsletter. Now, a lot of people, when they have an email marketing list or newsletter, they tend to think, okay, well, I just need to send sales letters to them. I'm just going to find affiliate offers and I'm going to send it. You never want to send an affiliate offer directly through an email. Never do it. Why? Because you want to send them back to your site so you can explain the offer. What this is going to do is twofold. One, it's going to give you more content for your site because you got to write a little page to send them to. And then two, it's going to get you past all the junk with like suppression lists and scrub lists, because if you're seen as someone who's just mailing out straight affiliate offers, you know, it's not that great. Your deliverability is going to go down. Your amount of people who open it and click is going to go down. What we need to do is we need to train our mailing list that when I get a message from Marcus or whoever you are, or the puppy dude or whatever, I'm getting valuable stuff, right? That's why we always want to send them back to our blog. And when we do this, it's going to build, it's going to grow, it's going to continue to compound. And over time, you're going to have something really, really, really big, right? Does that make sense to everyone? Any questions on this? I know it was a pretty short training, but I want you guys to get it. So let's take some Q&A. We'll do a little bit of Q&A if I can find the question box here. Where'd it go? All right, my question box disappeared on me. Let's see if we can reload here. There we go. I think it's back now. There we go. Cool. All right. Pop out chat. There we go. Okay, cool. So now let's take some questions. Does anyone have any questions about how this works? Again, it's very simple. You want to focus on it. If you want to get the full download tutorial of how this works, again, over at downloadmynotes.com, we're going to have a breakdown of how this works. You could go out there. You could put this stuff together. Again, the way that it's going to work is by funneling the traffic where you want. So when you go out there and you have traffic coming from videos or from sites or from wherever they're at, okay, you want to get them into your content, and then you want to make your content get them where you want them to go, right? You could do this by having questions. You could do this by having little boxes, little surveys, different things like that, okay? Very, very simple. Carol says, depending on the pages, do you offer different downloads? Yes, as time goes on and I find out what people want, then I start to adjust, right? A lot of this and a lot of internet marketing is about adjusting, because as a marketer, I know a lot of people think that it's like a solid science. Do this and you get paid. But that's not always the case, because you're dealing with a variable that we can't really control. We can understand it, but we can't control it. And I don't know what you're going to do on my site until you actually do it. I don't really know. I mean, I have an idea of where I'm going to rank within a good margin, but I don't know where the majority of the traffic comes from. Like, I found out I ranked for a word. I was putting together something about classified ad websites. I found out I ranked for a word about a certain classified ad website, and we got a lot of traffic from that word. So then I got to adjust, and I'm like, okay, hey, if you want a guide on how to post classified ads on this site, then do this. And you might find out that these people are like, okay, maybe I find out I get traffic from something I didn't intend, so I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this, okay? A couple of questions coming in. So yes, Carol, your question about different downloads, you want to adjust, okay? If you have a catch-all, it'll probably do good. But if you go even deeper, like if I had one about crate training, like a crate training PDF guide, that would be really easy to do. And I can actually do that, because if you set this up the way that I teach you, you can go over to gohubsite.com. We teach you how to set up the site. We give you some tools that'll set this up. And the way that I teach you with the tools is you could set up one opt-in page and you can template that out for everything. Then all you do is change the image, you change the headline. So instead of checklist, I'd have crate training, and then you can build those out, and that'll build your mailing list even quicker. Robert says, does the thank you page rank in the search engines? It will, unless you click do not index. You can actually click on that one page, put do not index. However, I don't really care if it ranks. Like, hey, if I can get free traffic, cool, great. So, I mean, to each his own. But if you do want to hide it, just put do not index on there, and you have that choice. Same with pages when you're doing this. If you don't want everyone to see all your pages, just set it up the way I teach you with Simple Blog Theme at simpleblogtheme.com, and click on Do Not Show Page in menu, and it won't show it. Okay. Bill says, what about using an auto voice? Where is a good place to get an auto voice? Doing an audio voice or auto voice for videos is not my favorite. It can be done. I would say, if you can afford to get a guy on Fiverr or wherever to do the voice for you, do it. If you can't afford it, do it yourself. If you absolutely hate your voice and you think everyone else will too, then you can use an audio or an auto one. But, you know, I think there's lots of options that you can get around without using an automated voice, because sometimes the search engines and the video hosting sites frown upon that. So we want to make sure that we give good content and stuff that they like. Now, as far as I know, they're not monetizable, but I think they are allowed, according to my limited knowledge on that topic. But again, you know what? Go the extra mile, because if you go the extra mile and you do this, like, come on, this is your business, right? Like, do what you got to do. If you got to do it on your voice, you can get a little mic and a little recorder. You could use your phone. You could use your headset. You could do whatever you want. It's not that hard. I mean, most people, it's just getting past, like, I just don't like my own voice. Newsflash, I hate my own voice. I think I sound squeaky and high-pitched. I don't like my voice, and now I sound like I've had too many cigars. But at any rate, we want to look at that and be like, okay, let's just do what we got to do to get it done, and do it in a good way. Okay, Marissa says, how often do you recommend creating content? I would say, if you can, 3 to 5 times a week. If you want to do this, like, what you get into this business is what you get out of the business is what you put into it. So if I go out there and I say, hey, you know what, I'm going to post content every day, and I'm really going to focus on the keywords I know I can get, I'm really going to focus on building this out, you know, maybe you'll get really good at it. Like, your first couple tries of making content might take you 2 or 3 hours, but as you go along, it's going to get quicker. And I've actually found that I can write a good 3,000, 2,000 word article in about an hour and a half, and those do good and they rank. Now, again, if you don't want to make content yourself, you could actually outsource it. I did a video here on my channel where I actually outsourced content for one of my sites. We're ranking in the search engines. We're getting traffic every day. And it was all outsourced content that I paid, I think it was between $11 and $60 a piece. And the only reason the one was $60 is because it said hire an expert writer. And I actually didn't see a difference between the experts and the $11 one, so I stuck with the $11 one. But I actually did a test where I bought $1,000 worth of articles, put them on my site, started getting traffic. You guys can see that video, subscribe, click the bell, give us a thumbs up, because apparently the thumbs up is good, so give us lots of those, and that'll work for you too. So yeah, I would say if you're doing it yourself, 3 to 5 is good per week. If you have to do less, then do less. But the more you do this, the faster you'll get. Carol says, do you hyperlink offers on your pages or only on post? It depends. I might make a page, which is like a pre-sales page for an offer. I would put that on a page, and that would be my affiliate link, like a pre-sales link. But mostly I'm going to have the links on my post, because I usually want the pages for one-track stuff, like opt-in, buy this thing, read my privacy policy, whatever, like something very simple, okay? All right, Patrick says, I'm starting to understand this now. Awesome. Michael says, how do we know if a subscriber opens your email and we know he or she has interest in their subject? Actually, if you use an autoresponder, they tell you. Like, I know the email I sent out for this training today, I know how many people opened it. I can click and see who opened it. I can see who opened and clicked. So there's trackers in all of these things, and you can look at it. Now, if you want to go a step further, I actually use a live chat software on my site, and I can actually watch them. I send an email, boom, I watch them on the page. Very, very cool, very easy. And another thing you can do is you can actually use, in your autoresponder, there's 2 things. There's a broadcast, and there's a follow-up message. So if I do a follow-up message, let's say a year from now, my site's going, it's doing really well, right? I could be like, okay, well, I got 150 pieces of content. I'm going to throw 50 or 70 in an autoresponder. So when someone opts in, day number 1, they get post 1, day 2, they get post 2, day 3, and it'll send them automatically in sequence from the time that they opted in, and it'll just automate the whole thing, which is really cool. Okay. So free traffic to start with if you're new? It depends. I mean, if you have the budget and you know how to do paid traffic, I mean, that's a valid way to start. Absolutely. I think everyone should at least buy $100 worth of traffic to figure out, hey, can I get some response here? I think that'll be a good learning lesson. Now, if you want to learn about free traffic and paid traffic, we do teach that in simplesitesbonus.com, which is my course that goes through it all. Obi says, do you use 3,000 words in an individual post? I usually do between 1,000 and 2,000. That's usually my range. So yeah, you could do smaller if you want. Again, it's going to depend on the competition. Like if there's like 0 competition on the words, then I mean, yeah, for sure you could do less, you know. But the more competition, the more robust and better your article needs to be. I use several autoresponders. I use Aweber, I've used Kartra, I use Infusionsoft. If you go through my training, you'll learn how to do it. And you can do that in gohubsite.com. It'll walk you through all this. And you could actually, even if you've never set up a site, you could be set up ready to do this in an afternoon, probably less. It's actually really easy. We give you a custom theme. We give you the opt-in form with the code already for the autoresponder. So all you got to do is put your list name and your thank you post, and then you're done. And then obviously, you know, change the title and the picture and stuff, which is really easy. Do you have a video where you show how to produce the content yourself? I do. In the simple sites, there's one where I actually wrote content in front of you and showed you how to do it. So very, very cool. All right. But that is the main thing. I mean, and then you can even take it further by turning some of these blog posts into PDFs and give them away. Obviously, load them with your site name and your affiliate offers. But I think if you do this, you'll start to get a lot better results than you're getting right now, because a lot of people, their content structure, it's all over the place. They're not focusing on the keywords. They're not focusing on getting people to what they want. And when I sit down and I get a keyword, I ask myself, what can I do with it? Right? What can I do with this? Like this word here, I probably can't do anything with it. Like, what am I going to sell them? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. It's probably something weird, right? Puppy's first night. Yeah, that I could probably use, because here's these people, they just got their puppy. They're in love with this puppy. He's there. You know, I can get them into insurance. I can get them to buy, you know, puppy beds and squeaky toys and fancy dog food or whatever. So we want to know at the get-go, before we create content, what's my play? What's my game here? If I got a new puppy checklist, what do I want them to do? Well, I know if I have a new puppy checklist, I can load it with some good stuff, you know, insurance link, this link, maybe 10 different things you need for a puppy that are free, and on we go. But very, very simple. You have to know where you're going with this, because so many people that do this, they don't know where they're going. They're like, whatever, I'm going to rank for this just because it looks good, or they try to get a ranking for something that's too competitive, like new puppy, right? Probably not going to get that one. Or you know, crate training a puppy, that's a 34 competition. That's probably a little high for a beginner. So we want to stick to the ones that we want, and we want to create our content. And this is why I like, at bare minimum, if we're outsourcing our content, we need to read it over and we need to design it, because you want your content to lead people into what's going to make you money. Now, no outsourcer is going to do that unless you have someone on staff, which a lot of you guys probably are not ready to do. So what we want to do is we want to take that content that we get and tweak it around a little. It'll take like 30 minutes to tweak it around a little, but it's something that's very simple we can do. Right? So really good stuff. I think if you guys follow this, you can get some results and you can make it happen. Patrick says, I'm trying to see which is better, simple sites or high ticket niche. Well, if you don't have a niche yet, I would say get the high ticket niche, because it comes with the course as well. And that's where we actually go through and find your niche, set up your site. We get you ready so you could do all this, right? Like, you're going to be ready to go. You don't have to deal with all the tech stuff. The high ticket niche makes it done for you. We do the keyword research. We find everything. And I think the link will pop up down there for high ticket niches, which you can get at highticketniches.com. And that's usually what my most successful students pick. They go with that one. And it makes it really easy for them to get started. And again, it's not like a super guarantee you're going to get rich or anything. But I think if you understand how this works, like, you guys are probably watching this video, you're probably light years ahead of what the other guys are teaching, because we're actually showing you how this whole thing works and how to get it going. Okay. What do you think of MailChimp? I haven't used MailChimp. I've heard good things about it. So it's up to you there. Lino says, hi, Marcus, Simple Sites, Big Profits student here. Your knowledge really changed my business. How do you pick up keywords and separate them in groups? And how do you set up the maximum value for the click? Okay, so the maximum value for the click, I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking like for paid traffic or free? But when I group them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find things that fit. So like, I don't want to make a post on every keyword here. Like crate training a puppy and how to crate train a puppy, that's the same post. That's the same one. Crate training at night, Maybe I could do that separate, although I'd probably do it on the same. Just have a little section on how to create train at night and at the day. So new puppy checklist, that would be its own post. But I would categorize them by how similar they are in intent. Like, what's the intent? Okay, puppy crying in crate at night, that would fall under, crate training at night. Different things, service dog commands or whatever, right? You can kind of separate them. So service dog command would probably get its own. Different things like that. Puppy pees a lot would probably go under potty training a puppy. And we want to put multiple keywords in there. Okay, cool deal. And we actually have a video in the simple sites. We're upgrading that video and making it new. Where we're actually showing you how to group them and how to set up your content strategy in an Excel form that I give you. And you actually go through, put it in there, and then you just start, go there. Okay, let's see. When doing press releases, do you redirect to pages or the post? Well, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing the press release to help my post rank, then I'll lead them to a post. If I'm doing it just to get opt-ins, then I'll send them to a page. But usually when I do press releases, what I'm trying to do is not necessarily get on the news, because that's pretty difficult to do sometimes. What I'm doing is I'm trying to utilize the press release site to get backlinks to my post. Okay, Thamu, I'm still deciding on high ticket niche, but are there any successful students here? You'd have to ask them. I don't know who's here. So. Let's see. Ecom Success Hub. With Funnel Voodoo, can we create upsells, downsells, etc. for sales? You can do that. Funnel Voodoo is not a shopping cart, but it does set up your funnel. So like for me, I set it all up with Funnel Voodoo. I have Infusionsoft as my shopping cart. You can do it with PayPal. You can do it with whatever you want. So yes, but you need a payment processor. Okay. Let's see here. Any other questions? Yeah, if you guys are on the fence about a high-ticket niche, get one. We're giving you guys a free 1-hour call with that, so that you can go through and you can either pick your niche on the call, or you can wait till the niche is done, and I can go over it and give you a plan with it. But we give you guys personal support that's not found anywhere else, because we want you guys to do well. And I really care about my students and care about the results you get. So again, give this video a thumbs up if you like this training. Go out there and make some content, get it rocking and rolling. If you do want the spreadsheet, I actually have a PDF we're working on with this spreadsheet with all the notes and everything to show you how to fit it together, and also links to the videos. You can get that over at downloadmynotes.com, and just put your name and email, and we'll send you all the stuff. And you also get to see exactly how this works, because we send you emails, we give you the posts. It's all the same thing. And what you want to do is you want to keep it all tight-knit. And so many people, they try so many different things that they never have chance to build one thing. And what this is about is building one thing, picking a direction. Whether you get a high-ticket niche from me or whether you choose your own niche, pick a direction and stick with it. Pick that direction and say, I'm going to build the content. I'm going to build this stuff out the way Marcus says. I'm going to start to get traffic. I'm going to watch the traffic. I'm going to get it going. I'm going to build it up over time. And as you build it, then you'll be like, hey, my profit margin's good. Maybe I'll throw some paid traffic at this. There's many sites where I've done this strategy on and have gone out there and bought traffic for it, and it converts even better on paid traffic, which is crazy, right? And we go out there and it's like, okay, this is how it works. And once you have this in place, you have something that's going to live for a long time, right? You're going to get the traffic. You're going to keep building it. Now, you might start slow at first, right? Your first month, you might set up 20 pieces of content or 10 pieces of content and be like, dude, where's my rankings? Just wait. Takes a minute. They fluctuate. But over and over and over, if you continue on the course, you'll get it, right? It's like the old story of the tortoise and the hare, right? You got the tortoise and the hare is looking at him like, hey, dumbass, you're not going to win this race. You're too slow. And he's clopping along slow, and the tortoise stops off for something to eat, tries a new thing, right? That's how internet marketers are. They're like the hare, and they're like jacked up on coffee, and they're like, I'm going to try drop shipping today. I'm going to try this today. And the turtles that are going along, they're like, dude, I'm getting results. Might not be a millionaire today, right? But hey, you know what? I put up this post, and we got 100 visitors from it, and I made 2 sales. Good. The hare's like, that guy's a dumbass. He only made $40 today. I'm going to get rich. And then 10 years down the road, the guy who's tried everything is not anywhere. The guy who went slow and steady is building his income. And I've seen it time and time again where people build this up They focus on it. They build up their channels big. They build up their content big. They get all this stuff going. And why not continue on what you did the day before? Why not continue with this and make it work? And that's what it's really about, is making that work and focusing on the content, repurposing the content, taking care of your mailing list, and building this stuff up. Why is the thank you page a post and not a page? I like to use it because I put different things on the sidebar of my posts, and I want those to be on that. You can do either or. It's up to you. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference, though. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this training. If you did, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell, go get your notes at downloadmynotes.com. And if you're on the fence about a high-ticket niche, go over to highticketniches.com, sign up, we'll get you a niche, we'll make it work, we'll help you make it work with you, and all that. So thanks again for watching. Check out my next videos coming out this week, and we'll see you next time.